Hello everyone, Johnny Thunder, EAS&Weather here with your day one outlook for both fire weather and severe weather. We have an elevated fire weather area today that encompasses most of North Dakota, most of South Dakota, most of Nebraska, north central Kansas, western Iowa, and western Minnesota. And southwestern Minnesota too. So, in synopsis, an upper-level low will approach the northwestern U.S. coastline as troughing and an associated mid-level low traverse the upper Midwest and Great Lakes region. Between surface high pressure centered over southern Montana and an eastern propagating surface low towards the Great Lakes, tightened pressure gradients will encourage strong, deep layer northwesterly flow to overspread a well-mixed post-storm air mass across the mid and upper Missouri Valley. While relative humidity reductions will be modest in the post-storm air mass, around 20-30%, 15 to 25 miles per hour sustained northwesterly winds, localized gusts up to 35 miles per hour amid very dry fuels, will support elevated fire weather conditions. A swath of stronger sustained northwest winds between 20 to 30 miles per hour, localized gusts up to 45 miles per hour, will impact the eastern Dakotas into the mid and upper Missouri Valley. However, this corridor of stronger winds will be displaced to the east of a warmer, drier boundary layer and atop fuels recently transitioning to green up. While relative humidity values are expected to remain above 25% within this region, locally critical fire weather conditions may emerge in areas of stronger winds and lower relative humidity. So, that's your day one fire weather outlook. Stay safe and vigilant in these areas today. If I were you, I would gather supplies immediately, such as food, water, clothing, toiletries, medical supplies, a flashlight, a cell phone, phone chargers, extra batteries, and a battery-powered radio in the event that you need to evacuate on a moment's notice, because fire can start to spread quickly. Please avoid outdoor burning in these areas today. All it takes is a little spark for a fire to start to spread quickly. Do not throw cigarettes on the ground. Even if they're not lit. Because one, that's littering. Two, one little spark is all it takes for a fire to start to spread quickly. And make sure your cigarette is fully out before throwing it away. So, stay safe today, and now moving on to the day one severe weather portion of the outlook. Okay. Alright, so, anyway, we have two marginals for today. Alright. So, two marginals today. One covering southeastern Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma, parts of Missouri, far southeastern Iowa, northern Illinois, northwestern Indiana, southwestern Michigan, the south central part of the UP of Michigan, and eastern Wisconsin. Okay? So, and going down here, there's another marginal today covering much of Florida. Cities in today's margin we include Chicago, Illinois, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Miami, Florida, Tampa, Florida, and St. Petersburg, Florida. Going to today's tornado threat, there is a 2% chance of an isolated tornado today that encompasses east central Florida. The 2% tornado risk area today includes Orlando, Florida, Port St. Lucie, Florida, Palm Bay, Florida, Deltona, Florida, and Melbourne, Florida. Going to the wind threat for today, there are two areas where we have a 5% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher today. One covering parts of northern Illinois, northwestern Indiana, southwestern Michigan, a tiny bit of the UP of upper Michigan, and eastern Wisconsin. The other 5% wind risk today covers much of Florida. The 5% wind risk areas today include Chicago, Illinois, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Miami, Florida, Tampa, Florida, and St. Petersburg, Florida. Now for the hail threat for today, there are two areas. Two areas where we have a 5% chance of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger today, that encompasses one covering southeastern Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma, central Missouri, far southeastern Iowa, parts of Illinois, eastern Wisconsin, and a tiny bit of the UP of upper Michigan. The other 5% hail risk today covers east central Florida. The 5% hail risk areas today include Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin, Orlando, Florida, Aurora, Illinois, and Overland Park, Kansas. So in summary, severe storms will be possible at least on an isolated basis across parts of the Florida Peninsula today, and potentially from southeast Kansas into parts of the Great Lakes late this afternoon and early evening. So that's your day 1 severe weather outlook. Stay safe in affected areas today. Stay safe in affected areas today, even though they're only marginal, because sometimes marginal can produce some pretty strong storms, and you don't know what the heck marginal can pull off sometimes. Now I'll have my day 2 severe weather outlook this afternoon. Take care.